Hi, we're here with Debbie Clement. Debbie is an author and an illustrator and a music lady and a blogger at rainbowswithinreach.blogspot.com. Welcome, Debbie.
Thank you. It's exciting. This is fun.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, this is my 19th year at Rainbows Within Reach, the company I started with an interest to bring music and movement to young children and to make things simple and interactive so that they could really sing along and participate immediately. Those are important to me.
So I've heard that you think there are 4 words that are the most important 4 words in the English language. What are they?
4 words. It's hard to choose, but I think you're wonderful. And here in sign language is that sign. And to be able to get those words of affirmation into very young children. And I think there's no shelf life on affirmation. For that matter, junior high children and even we as adults need to be reminded of our innate capability. So the song starts off with an adult, most likely a teacher, possibly a parent or a loving grandparent, saying, I think you're wonderful. I think you're marvelous and beautiful and magical and filled with curiosity and dreams. And then the child in the next verse says, you think I'm wonderful? You think I'm marvelous? I can't tie my shoes. I can't make you understand me. And so that self-doubt that we go through, but then the next verse, the child has the aha moment that we as educators look for. You're right, I'm wonderful. You're right, I'm marvelous. I'm good at Play-Doh. I'm a good friend. I can share. And so these words of affirmation from the self-doubt and then to the sense of I can contribute. And just in 2 minutes. And so my work is often thought of as being simple and repetitive, and real children really are able very quickly to learn that new song and add the physicality of the sign language to that, and it gets used at end of the year graduation and Mother's Day or the Thanksgiving feast when the grandparents are invited. So simple words brought to life by your child, able to sing immediately.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you.
What advice would you have for a first-time teacher that doesn't know how to incorporate music into their curriculum?
First-time teacher incorporating music. Again, I think to choose something simple that the kids can relate to. I also know that it is your enthusiasm over bringing that project, that song to life. So I think, I do have a tip. Okay, I have a tip. If you're concerned about not being a diva opera star, and perhaps there are other adults, maybe you have an assistant or a parent or a hovering administrator, to look at the children, to watch the children and their enthusiasm. And then it always makes my concern or my self-absorption melt away. So if you have a concern over how to choreograph or how to move to a song, just watch the kids because they'll do that so naturally. And you just watch how they respond to music and what they do and how they move and do what they do. So that would be my hope is to watch the children. Forget about your own self. Find simple things that they can relate to with a strong beat. I think that's really important for brain research development, those kinds of issues.
Great. And finally, what about one piece of advice for parents about how to incorporate music more into their lives with their kids?
Okay. Go to your library. Go to your public library. That, I think, is the most valuable resource, that's in every community, big, small. With the internet, obviously, with a click or two, if you have access in that regard, you can find music and Google what is valuable for young children in that instance, and download to whatever device you might have. But I would start with the public library. I'm the Wayback Machine as a young child. We moved around, and the very first thing we would do was go get our library cards and go to the library. I've been fortunate enough to have public libraries sponsor me to come and perform for children and for families, at no expense. Usually you need to sign up ahead of time, but your public library can be literally the carpet ride to the whole wide world, and certainly to music.
Excellent. Well, Debbie, thank you so much for the time. It
Oh,
was
thank
wonderful
you,
talking
Sue.
to
This
you.
was really great.